actress you know from movies such as Bridesmaids and Neighbors, as well as shows like Damages, Platonic, and Physical. She stars in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which is in select theaters today and opens nationwide October 24th. Let's take a look.
When does Charles return?
This is week 3 of 8. I mean, you should know that. Don't you write things down? It's your job to remember the boring details of my life.
We do have to stop now. We are out of time. I have another patient coming, so...
Wait, now? What about the 10-minute warning?
Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention.
You didn't respond to the email that I sent you about my dream.
I don't respond to my clients' dream emails.
Okay, so if you don't bring it up, then what is the point?
Please welcome back to the show our friend Rose Byrne, everybody. So excited to talk to you about this wonderful film.
Thank
I want to
you.
ask real quick, your partner, Bobby Cannavale, an incredible actor in his own right, was on the show, and I've always thought of him as this very cool New York actor, and then he admitted that he used to ride a Vespa around with a bunch of friends who also had Vespas. And so it was like 4 guys riding a Vespa, like up to see like the George Washington Bridge. Were you, was this your era?
No, this was before my time.
Okay, got it.
Yes, yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't have
no.
to hang that on you.
No, I wouldn't be dating anyone with a Vespa. Please. Who do you think I am?
This is incredibly, it's an intense film. It's a wonderful film, but it's a really, I mean, it feels like a performance. A lot was asked of you, and I'm assuming you put a lot of thought into what you are going to play and the sort of emotional journey you're on. But the other thing is like the camera is so close to you in this film.
Yes.
Is that something you
Very
knew
close to
going
me.
into it?
No, I didn't actually. We had a great Mary Bronstein and I, who is here in the green room somewhere. I
Oh,
believe.
fantastic.
She and I had a great rehearsal period, but really poring over the script and the character. And then on day 1, the camera started and then came closer and closer and closer. And I could hear it going.
So, it's an actual
we were
film.
shooting on film. And then I was like, are you going to get that close? Is that how close you're going to use it? Is that happening? Okay. And she was like, mm-hmm. And I was like, copy that, and then that was it. But the camera literally was up to my eyelashes, so.
That's been, I mean,
Yeah, it was wild.
I mean, by the way, it's like a very effective means of shooting
Yes,
because,
it
I mean, this
creates
is,
tension.
you're playing characters going through a lot. You have a child who's facing sort of health difficulties, and you're having your own sort of unraveling, and so nothing is spared with how close we get to be to you.
Yes, it is a study in tension and anxiety, but it's very funny. It's kind of extraordinary, and it's really about a feeling. It's like a very expressive movie, and it's it's got horror tropes in there. It's like kind of a lot of different genres. It's really original.
You mentioned it's really funny. We saw from the clip, that's Conan O'Brien.
I know.
Like, by the way, in that clip, not being very funny, and it is, obviously, this is a legendary comedic performer.
Yeah.
He is so good.
Isn't he?
In this,
You're next.
no.
You're next.
I don't want to be. Do you think so? Do you think is that how Hollywood works? Do you think they'll start looking at the rest of us?
Mary's here tonight. You never know.
Oh my God! I don't mind how close the camera gets, Mary. What a trip that was.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
And it's really a performance, like it's not a stunt. Often you see, it's an unusual casting of a comedian and it can be like an interloper, and he's really not. He's like, it's a real performance. Nothing like Conan that we know, who is like lovely and warm and a caretaker and generous, and this character is very tense and has boundaries and is a terrible therapist, by the way, and is very disinterested in actually trying to help Linda through this crisis, but it's very funny, and there's a lot of, if anyone's been to therapy, put your hand up.
Yeah. Some are better than others. Some are better than others.
Some better than others.
Yeah.
So this is an examination of that too.
It's interesting because sometimes people will come on a show like mine and will say like, how do you do this every night? And I'm always like, oh, because I do it every night. Like it's easier because, and so it must have been a weird thing where you had more. You were in a weird case where Conan was the one who was newer to the process.
Yes, exactly. And it was a bigger risk for him in many ways. He doesn't have to do this. Like, he's a beloved national treasure who's like, you can't walk 4 feet with Conan without people just throwing themselves at him.
He's so recognizable.
He's so, extraordinarily recognizable with the hair and the height and the whole thing. But he really took a risk and he worked so hard. He worked so hard at it, and he was a great scene partner and like really spontaneous and really fun.
It's a movie that very much about the anxiety and stress of parenting. When you would finish filming, was it a great relief to go back to your own children?
I mean, yeah, no,
They're not in the green room, so go crazy.
No,
yeah.
I know. No, of course, but yeah, no, kids don't care if
Yeah.
you've had a long day or
Yeah.
you're like tired and you're like.
They're never like, what's this project, Mom? Is it taxing? Is it emotionally taxing?
I
Because
know.
we're willing to give you space.
Did you have? Did you have a hard day? Did you have a hard day? No, no. But that's so refreshing because you have to just snap out of it.
Yeah.
And it's church and state, and I'm sure your kids are the same
Yeah.
to an extent. So it is.
They do not care at all.
Don't care at all. Maybe they actively don't care. Yeah,
You did something that I love watching.
Oh, yeah.
I've been lucky enough to do, but I also found stressful to do,
Yes,
right? This
yeah.
is and I can't say enough about the Criterion Closet. So you go in
Yes.
and you pick like your favorite movies from the Criterion Closet and
Yes.
say a few words about them.
Yes.
But it is a little bit like if somebody said like name your 3 favorite albums,
Yeah.
right? Like you have like 100 you love,
Yeah.
and you're trying to pick the 3 that like best represent the moment.
Yeah,
Was the picking hard for you?
Yes, I panicked. I
Yeah.
was just like,
Yeah.
and I couldn't, and I kept picking more. Like I
Yeah.
had 12 by the end. I was like, you just decide which ones to put on there because
Yeah. They do edit you down. It's
I
so
know.
funny at the
I
end. You're like,
literally
I
had
hope
12.
everything's good. They're like, enough is.
What did you pick? Do you remember what you picked?
I mean, I picked The Long Good Friday is one of my favorite, that Bob
okay,
Hoskins movie I really like.
yes,
You
yes,
picked the
yeah,
piano.
Yeah, I picked the piano.
Yeah.
I picked Mulholland Drive.
Yeah.
Gosh, now I'm spacing. But yeah, it was. I was panicked.
Because you are at a
Transporting,
fever dream
like-
when you're in there, and then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you just when you like also it's a closet.
I know. It's also.
It's not like
very
built to be
contained
like
space.
super chill.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's like.
Also,
adds
by
to
the way, the
tension.
camera's pretty close to your face in
It
there.
is actually.
You know what?
Well, I should have been better trained. But I'm ashamed. Yes, yeah.
I also want to just say a few words about how wonderful Platonic with Seth Rogen is.
Thank
It's a
you.
wonderful show,
Thank
and you know, and talk about another a very funny actor who is also very good at being an actor. Seth
Yes.
Rogen won so many Emmys at the last
I know.
Emmy.
I texted him and I said, I'm just going to congratulate you on one. Just one.
Anything else is overkill.
And that's it. You don't need any more.
Yeah.
You don't need any more praise. Just one. I'm going to congratulate you on the acting.
Oh, that's very
And that's it.
Oh, I like you said just one, and I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you which one.
Exactly. Oh no, I did. The acting. I was very specific, and I don't think he cared, but he was.
Congratulations on this wonderful,
you.
unique, beautiful film.
thank
You're
you.
so great in it.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you, Seth.
Rosebird, everybody, Fire Legs, I'd Kick You, and Selected is now open. Thanks about October 24th. We'll be right back with Sean Casey and Mark Russell.